In the lightweight division, we had a situation which finally came to a head last week where we were wondering, is Islam going to stay? Is he going to move on? Ilia, is he fighting for vacant, interim, undisputed? And I told you guys time and again, Ilia Topuria is not leaving 145 to fight for interim or number one contender status. He's fighting for gold, undisputed gold. It's either against Islam or it's against Charles. How many times did I say this? I said this a million times. I said this essentially from the moment that he essentially gave up the belt and they booked that Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez fight. And we were debating on the show last week, all right, now that it's Charles versus Ilia and Islam has moved up, like, whose move was bigger? Are they the same? All this stuff and more. But there's my old friend Chael Sonnen, who I get it. Chael has to make content. I understand. He's got the YouTube channel. I understand they have him, parading around New York City, doing media, speaking to people who have no idea who DAC and Chael are, what the Ultimate Fighter is, doing podcasts with 6 listeners. I get it. You got to keep yourself entertained. And so he's scrolling through social media, he's scrolling through X, and he stumbles upon our clip, and he decides to make a whole video based on the clip, which I don't even think he understood what we were trying to say. But the video is laughable because the difference between Chael and I, Chael likes to always bring up the difference between him and I is that he fought and I didn't. 100%. He's 100% right. He fought, I didn't. I think we all know that. But now he's on this side of the fence. He's media. I went to school for this. I know what it's like to talk to people. He doesn't. So he's talking about things that I know how to conduct myself. He has no clue, and he continues to show that. I mean, we talked about his batting average. He's well below the Mendoza line. He's batting like 125. He's probably batting 100 at this point after this latest video. Take a look.
Ariel acting as though Ilia Topuria had a deal. The reason that's shameful for Ariel isn't just because factually he's incorrect while trying to be a journalist.
Pause it right there.
The reason it's shameful.
I am a journalist. It ain't shameful. And it's 1,000% correct. You know why? Because when I talk about anything on this show, I talk about it from a place of knowledge, of reporting, of conversation, of discussion. He talks about things on his show with DC from a place of clicks, from a place of making shit up. I love him. I love him like a brother. If I was getting married today, he would be in the wedding. But we are not the same. He will point out in a moment that I have never fought. Yes, we're not talking about fighting. We're talking about the facts. And so, yes, he was guaranteed that. 1,000%. There was a meeting a few months ago, and he was told, you leave, you're fighting for the belt. What happened? He left, and he's fighting for the belt. We continue.
Shameful is inadvertently, through not being a competitor, he doesn't understand the insult that he just gave to Ilia.
No insult.
Ilia did not have a guarantee. He did not have a bird in the hand.
He did.
He showed the ultimate courage. He went up without the promise.
He did have a promise.
Made it work, was willing to fight anybody. You want to do an interim title? You want to do a disputed title? You want to do a number one contendership?
Not true.
Ilia made this perfectly clear. He had no guarantee.
You're not spoken to anyone.
That is absolutely not true by Ariel. And Ariel's goal there was to try to boost Ilia.
No, I was just telling the truth.
Ariel doesn't understand the insult he put on him.
No
insult. There is no courage if you have guarantees.
There is courage. He's moving up.
Ilia moving up to chase down the number one fighter in the world. The number one fighter in the world walking away from a belt and a division to chase a guy that was ranked number 7 10 days ago. These are not the same thing.
I literally said that. So it just proves to me that he didn't watch the full clip that we tweeted out, because I said that. I said that what Ilia is doing is a greater challenge than what Islam is doing. And he's moving up to fight the number one guy, and Islam is moving up to fight the guy who just won the belt. So we agree on the last point, which just proves that he didn't listen to anything that I was saying. He's right about one thing. Yes, there is no guarantee. There's no guarantee that he's going to win. And that's what makes it courageous. It makes it courageous because he said, to hell with this belt, I'm moving up. Volk didn't do that. He kept the belt. BJ didn't do that. He kept his 55 belt. So yes, there is courage in that. But to say that he was not promised an undisputed title shot is 1,000% inaccurate. Add it to the list. I don't like, look, again, talk shit about me all you want. talk about me being bad at my job, like this hosting stuff or interviewing stuff, that's fine. But please don't say that I'm inaccurate. That's number one for me. Don't say that I'm making shit up. Don't say that I'm not doing my job, because Lord knows I spend way too much time on this. Texting, calling, checking in. I may not always say it, hey, I spoke to so-and-so, but the one thing you can be sure of when you're listening or watching my show as opposed to others is that I'm talking to people always, constantly, all day, every day. I'm not making shit up. I'm not guessing. I'm not hedging. I would think the track record speaks for itself. So he was wrong. He tried to turn this into a you fought, did it. Ilia Topuria is a brilliant businessman. I think he's proven that at this point. He's quite smart. He's savvy. He's shrewd. Again, you think he left his belt in the back with no promise? That would be idiotic. That would be the worst business decision of his life. And if you don't believe me, if you don't want to take my word for it, please take Islam's word for it. Remember this tweet? Before 3:15, he told us what his hope was. He told us what his desires were. This Saturday's main event will define what my next move is. But regardless of outcome of that fight, I'm not going to vacate my lightweight title. We might get a real contender there. Oh, I'm not going to vacate my lightweight title. If he was not going to vacate his lightweight title, that means Ilia is fighting Charles Oliveira for either the interim or number one contender spot. What's he fighting for? Oh yeah, the real belt now, the vacant title. That just shows you Islam didn't want to give up the belt. He had no intention. And if that wasn't clear enough for you, what about this? After the fight, time to become double champion. No, that's not at stake anymore. So if you don't believe me and my reporting, just listen to the particulars involved. They've told you. So again, people can make the videos, Chael can make the videos. I know it's fun to try to, pick a fight, all that stuff. I'm not here for that. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to tell you what's what. After conversations, after asking people, that's how we got to this spot. That's how we got this far. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Thank you, PT.
I'm just wondering, you know what I mean? If we're having fights over little text messages, you and Chael's fucking text must be absolutely insane after shit like this.
It's I texted him on Thursday morning and I was like, you're 1,000% inaccurate, right? you couldn't be more inaccurate.
What did he say?
I'm delighted for you.
Yes. No, you never fought. You never made the walk. Some bullshit like that.
Again?
I think
You're both having a different conversation.
He said something to the effect. I'm not going to talk about it, but just something about. You know what? It was actually a great response. It actually made me laugh. It was like Valentina seemed nice.
Chael, he's great.
He's a legend.
I don't hate Chael, but Chael and I used to yell at each other when we did Ariel and the Bad Guy every week. It was exhausting. So this is not a fight. This is not a fight. I love the guy.
Should we fight though?
But he's 1,000% wrong.
I'm ready to go against you here, which is
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
that is a better fight. Go ahead.
no, that they're exactly the same. Could not disagree more with you and Chael that they are exactly the same. The point about Ilia having the guarantee to fight for the title means it doesn't matter if it was Islam Makhachev, Charles Oliveira, Renato Moicano. He's after the belt and not, I have to fight Islam Makhachev. And to me, that says they're exactly the same. I'm chasing the belt and the division up.
I appreciate and respect your opinion. I could not disagree more. They are not the same.
It's right there.
Moving up to fight, to chase the number one contender.
For the belt.
The number one pound for pound guy.
To fight for the belt in that weight class.
That's what he was banking on. 1,000%.
He's fighting Charles, right?
Yeah, because they got their out. Bilal's gone. They're like, we're out of here. My best friend's gone. I'm out of here. By the way, if you don't believe me, just listen to Mr. Ilia himself, who held one of his many press conferences over the last few weeks. Here he is, I believe, on either Thursday or Friday morning. Take a look.
Bueno, en primer lugar, agradecerle a Charles.
I want to thank Charles truly for having accepted the challenge, something Islam did not do, and now he has to pay the price for Islam. I feel very sorry for Charles, but at the end of the day, that's my job. I will fulfill another dream that I always had, that was to become a champion of yet another division. So the result will be the same as always. Emerge victorious and continue the undefeated streak. He also said, hey, if Islam wants to come back, he's going to have to wait in line. That obviously won't happen. If Islam decides to come back, that should be the fight. Now, we wake up on Friday to the two of them going back and forth on Twitter. I'm like, guys, you can't do this now. You can't do this now. You're not fighting each other. Like, don't tease us. You can't do this now. You're not fighting. Go in separate directions. You go in that corner, you go in that corner. But he said it right there in that clip. The plan was, we're moving up, we're fighting Islam. That's what he was banking on. Now, the UFC and Islam didn't change their mind. They always said, hey, if Bilal loses, we're going to go up. But they wanted to take that belt with them. What ended up happening? No belt. Ilia's fighting for the belt. This could end up being one of the biggest fights in UFC history if things work out in a certain way, or it could just be another what-if fight that doesn't come to fruition. The point is, moving up after you just beat Max Holloway and Alex Volkanovski, by the way, didn't just beat them, stopped them, moving up to chase the number one pound-for-pound fighter is not the same as moving up to fight the brand new champion. It just isn't. How can you say it's the same? I don't understand.
Because he's moving up to fight for the belt in the weight class up, the same as Islam is.
The challenges aren't the same. The circumstances aren't the same.
The challenges are the same because now he's fighting Charles Oliveira. It's exactly the same.
You're saying that the challenge of fighting Jack is the same as the challenge of fighting the number one pound for pound?
No, because the number one pound for pound is not in that division anymore.
But that's what he was doing. They're both doing the same thing. But one came to fruition and the other one didn't.
By default, because the number one pound for pound fighter held the title in that division up.
Come on, you know what he wanted. He didn't move up to fight for the vacant.
We'll find out, because if they both win, he should go up to 70 and fight Islam. If that's the fight he wants, it's Islam. I need to beat the number one pound for pound guy. His next fight should be at 170 pounds for Islam Makhachev.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Come on.
It is crazy, because he doesn't want Islam. He wants 155-pound gold. That is the goal, and that is what he is after. If it's Islam, there's a path there. Go fight Islam. Go fight Islam.
What's crazy, PT? What's crazy?
The idea that Ilia go up to 170. Like he's a small 55er. Like he is not big. He is it's already. Rick, you were the guy who made this point about Islam. The size.
I don't think it's a good fight. I stand by it.
No, and look, I think you made a great point, and I agree with you. But for him to go up to 170 is absolutely detrimental to his career.
I don't think he's going to do that.
No.
That's crazy.
Nor should he. Crazy talk, Rick. That's what I said. That's how we started this. I said crazy, and here we are again.
Crazy is what crazy does.
That's right.
Well, anyway, bottom line, I'm delighted for all of them. They're all getting to live out their dreams. They're all getting to fight for belts. It's just not the fights that we wanted.
Yeah.
And by the way, what about that stat?
Rick wants Charles and Ilia.
What about that stat from ESPN MMA, which they no doubt took from some Reddit thread or something like that and didn't credit the guy, that the lightweight title, the last time the lightweight title changed hands in the octagon was UFC 205 when Conor beat Eddie Alvarez in 2016?
I was there front row.
But that's absurd. The thing's been vacated 4 times. What's going on here?
Gone.
Yeah, so the way that was avoided, because it was vacant when Charles got it, then he defended. Then there was technically no belt against Justin, and then it was vacant again against Islam, and Islam has held it since. Yeah,
but then also Conor never defended the title, so then it was vacant for Khabib, and then Khabib retires, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. I read through that tweet a couple times, and at first I was having a hard time.
It was weird, also because it doesn't seem like it makes any sense whatsoever, but it's true.
Who knows the next time it will change hands in the octagon?
Yeah, I guess because Ilia Charles winner, that doesn't count, right?
Right.
And then it would just have to be if someone actually beats them. So if Rick is right, Ilia will then move up to 170, vacate the title.
Unless Ilia vacates and goes up to 170.
Oh my gosh, what a mess.
It's all over the gaff, isn't it? Let's be honest.
This isn't good. We need continuity.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama going on outside the octagon.
It's not good. We need lineage. Thanks for watching this video. Before you go, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for us. Also, give us a thumbs up, leave a nice comment. These things go a long way. And while you're here, do check out the rest of the channel. We've got live shows and full interviews, clips, and a whole lot more. We're doing big things here, and we appreciate your support very much.